Hey guys, I am back again for another Superpowers figure review, but this time it is not Superpowers. This is now the DC Comics superheroes from 1989. We're going over this now, and funny enough, this is literally one of the more affordable figures. In fact, most of Toy Biz's action figures from the 1989 toy line to tie in with Batman 1989, it's funny how it's literally the cheaper alternative, like one of the cheaper alternatives to the Superpowers toy line. And I just had to get this Lex Luthor figure, which right here, this is the Lex Luthor figure of the 1989 Superpowers or DC Comics superheroes lineup. I got it because not only I've been seeing Ruby Spears Superman, which again, a really fun series, and I absolutely really adore Lex Luthor in that show.
Bye bye, Blue Boy. Have a nice trip. And while you're gone, I have a train to catch. Ta-ta.
And this overall figure design looks like it came straight out of that show. Well, not the artwork on the cover, as you see. It's mostly, I'm talking about the figure itself, the way its likeness looked like, and the suit. I mean, it literally looks like Ruby Spears' Lex Luthor. Let's just go ahead and take a look at the package of this figure, which is this very golden, shiny package with this comic book aesthetic, of course, with the DC Comics Superheroes logo at the top. And it has these stars on the top, reference to the Superpowers toy line. And we have Lex Luthor looking very weird. He looks more like a thug. He looks like Kingpin from Spider-Man. He doesn't even look like Lex Luthor in this shot. But yeah, this is Lex Luthor's name up there and the figure itself. And like I said, the way that figure looks, it looks like he straight up came right out of the 1988 series from CBS. Button activated power punch. And he also comes with accessories in there. One of them kind of fell out of the actual bubble right here. It's supposed to be on there, but whatever. So he comes with the pistol and the briefcase, the Toy Biz logo down here. The back, which is a pretty cool part of the package. Let me go ahead and just go to the top. So again, you got the stars inspired by Superpowers, DC Comics Superheroes logo up there. Get the figure much more detail. And like I said, the likeness on that face of Lex Luthor is straight up Ruby Spears Lex Luthor. And speaking of which, you have Superman and Wonder Woman over here, which is the other figures you can select. They literally put them in a category considering that all three of these characters were featured in the actual series, Ruby Spears Superman. And they got Penguin and Riddler, Mr. Freeze, and Robin on the bottom. And then you also have this cool little aspect right here, which is also, you can cut them out, which is a Daily Planet newspaper article that talks about like the character in question in the form of a bio. So that's pretty nice. Honestly, this package is pretty good. It's gonna suck that I probably have to throw it away later. I really don't want to throw it away. It's really one of those few packages that is like I'm holding history in my hands. This is literally like 30 plus years old right now. So yeah, let's go ahead and take this Lex Luthor figure out of the package now. Alrighty, so we have the DC Comics superheroes Lex Luthor out of the package, and I stand corrected on one thing that I was predicting to myself when I was taking a look at this figure, is that he has a little ring on his fist, the power punch. I mean, you may not see it, but let's go ahead and take a closer look. Already in paint right there, see that? He has a ring. I mean, it doesn't look like the kryptonite ring that's from the show.
All right, my ring. Lovely jewel, isn't it? I believe it's called kryptonite.
Because the actual kryptonite ring is a feature that came with Superman and the same toy line. But already, I'm getting ahead of myself. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a closer look at the figure anyway. Like I said, the way the head sculpt looks, even if the paint is a little off in certain areas, it's definitely Ruby Spears Lex Luthor. There is no question about it. The way that likeness looks and the way his face is shaped, it looks pretty accurate to the way the show looks like. And his suit also looks pretty accurate as well. Head turns over, I can see the detailing of his turtleneck. Basically a very simplistic looking figure, cheaply designed as far as I'm concerned, but it does look pretty nice for what it is. And he's also got articulated knees, but these look like they're attached to like some kind of pin or something. I'm not sure how this works, but it does work okay in a much decent manner. But for some reason, this one was very stiff. This one's really stiff. I don't want to mess around with this. This figure is basically kind of new. Well, it's never been taken out of its package despite kind of being worn out or something like that. But the figure definitely held up. It honestly just looks really nice having this figure. Also, he's got the button right there. The arm is spring loaded, so when you press that button, just actually press it, his arm will lift right up. Kind of looks like he's socking himself in the face a little bit, unintentionally. But he is doing some kind of power punch. So the action feature does work. Locked into this arm right here. Luckily, this arm is not activated by an action feature because they know Lex Luthor has to be a right hand. And get him to carry his briefcase, which he has a briefcase right here, one of his accessories. You can just attach that on him. Hopefully it fits on him. Probably does not want to fit on there, to be honest. Okay, there we go. It can fit. It's kind of weird to put it in that way, but it can fit on there. Thought it wouldn't really fit. Okay, let's go put that down and take out his pistol, because here's how his pistol designed. This is 1989 looking pistol. He does carry it. And the pistol is also very rubbery. If anything, I rarely see Lex Luthor carry a gun, to be honest. I usually see Lex Luthor carrying like kryptonite-based weapons to attack Superman with, but he does carry the gun. And the gun's actually nicely detailed for what it is. I mean, not sure what the gun is supposed to really look like or represent, but overall, it's pretty decent for what it looks like. Yeah, again, I rarely look at Lex Luthor with a gun. Sometimes if I ever do see him with a gun, it'd probably be Lena Luthor. If you've seen Supergirl, you might know what I'm talking about, the Arrowverse TV show, but we're not going to get to that. But yeah, this figure overall, again, I got it mainly because it's the only figure that matches Lex Luthor from the Ruby Spears series, and the Ruby Spears series is pretty fun. I really like that show, of course, because it's Ruby Spears Superman. The figure overall captures that cheesy looking feel of that Lex Luthor in this figure form. It, like, again, it looks really, really good. So really am happy that I own this figure. Just, oh, yep, there we go. Lock that action feature into place. And yeah, let's go ahead and get ready for a size comparison with this particular figure. So if I had to bring out one figure to compare it to before getting other figures, I have another Lex Luthor figure, which I actually did get alongside this, and that is the 3 3/4 inch DC Infinite Heroes Public Enemies Lex Luthor. Why I say Public Enemies? Because this is from the movie Superman, Batman, Public Enemies. It came out in this multi-pack that featured Superman, Batman, and a few other characters, including Lex Luthor and all that. And this figure is essentially like the body is a repaint of one of the figures from the previous single-carded wave, and just the head of a Lex Luthor. It's mostly a kit bash repaint kind of figure, but it does look pretty nice. And I've been wanting this figure for a long time, so now that I have this figure in my possession, this is definitely kind of nice to own. Though, of course, it's obviously very smaller compared to the Lex Luthor right next to him. So, yeah, just a brief look at this Lex Luthor figure. I've always really wanted this figure because it's just such a nice looking Lex Luthor figure. Just don't know why we're not going to get one like this in the Spin Masters toy line. Because we have a Lex Luthor figure, but he's in that battle suit that he always has to wear. So they just never have our standard businessman looking Lex Luthor. So this is the only one I have that matches that likeness. But yeah, but that's it for that one. And we get another figure to compare it with. Let's have another 3 3/4 inch figure, which is a 4 inch custom Clark Kent figure that I have. And yeah, there we go. That's the size of that one, as you can see. But yeah, you see the scaling on that is a little different right there. But let's stop comparing it to figures from modern toy lines, or supposedly modern toy lines. Let's go ahead and bring out some classic figures. Well, modern figures, but they're still classic. We have Superman and Wonder Woman from the DC McFarlane Toys Superpowers toy line, and they look pretty good together. With all honesty, it really does look good. Though the original Superpowers figure for Wonder Woman would be a lot shorter than this as far as I'm concerned. Or that's actually the DC Comics Superheroes Toy Biz version, which is immensely shorter. So they honestly really do look really good together. Just seeing them together right here. Seeing how the package at the back looks, it just, yeah. And Superman is obviously appropriately taller than Lex Luthor, as he should be. And here it is with the Nightwing figure and the Deathstroke figure from the Superpowers McFarlane toy line. And they do look pretty good together, obviously. I really am liking the scaling of Deathstroke right next to Lex Luthor because, of course, he's still towered over. And yeah, it's pretty dang nice to see it like this. It fits within the scaling that what I want it to be. And speaking of Nightwing, I'm going to take a little break before we end the video off to show you something that I've been wanting to do quite a bit ever since I got the Spin Masters Nightwing figure. And that is that I actually customized the figure a little bit. As you can see, man, I look good right here, but let me go ahead and indulge you a little bit to zooming in to the figure. So now you may have seen that this head is obviously completely different than the one that it's on there previously. I mean, it may look a little bit smaller, but as you can see, I decided to take the head of the Nightwing figurine that came with the Batman Bad Blood Blu-ray set that's a Best Buy exclusive. I bought that head because I wanted to change the head. I wanted to pop off the head that came with the standard Nightwing figure of the Spin Masters line. I just wanted a better head. That's all I wanted. And yeah, it may look a little bit smaller on this body, but regardless, I genuinely am very, very happy with the results. I mean, all I did was drill in with my X-Acto knife, which obviously isn't a recommended option, but at the same time, nothing really catastrophic happened, and I'm pretty much just pleased with this because I wanted this head to look exactly like how Nightwing should look like. And I also am borrowing his batons from the Superpowers McFarlane toy line. I mean, I have extra ones left over, and I'm probably going to get a few more when I get the other pre-ordered Nightwing figure from the 5th wave based on his Nightfall outfit or his classic outfit. Yeah, like overall, despite the size of the head being a bit small for the liking of this body, I am pretty happy with how this figure looks. I'm like, much better. I just wish Spin Masters made a Nightwing figure with the head that looks like this instead of the one they had, because I don't know about that other head. I mean, that other head looks okay. It looks like it could be for a Young Justice Nightwing figure, but for me, Nightwing's hair always looked like this to me. I love this one more. I mean, okay, that's it for that one now. Alright, so that's going to be it for this review of the DC Comics Superheroes Lex Luthor figure from Toy Biz, 1989. It's a pretty decent figure. Like, nothing too special about it, considering that it's obviously a very simplistic looking figure, but since it's based off the 1988 Ruby Spears Superman series, I like the figure. I just like the figure. That's basically it. Also, I'll just pretend he has the kryptonite in his ring because that's like one thing that was very prevalent. He had that kryptonite ring. So yeah, that's it for this review. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will be seeing you guys later.